Single-player action RPGs continue to deliver some of the biggest adventures in gaming, with epic worlds, exciting combat, and unforgettable stories. Here are the biggest upcoming titles coming in 2026 and 2027 that deserve a place on your radar. Let's dive in.
Did you know that
Neo Berlin 2087 puts Nolan on the trail of a conspiracy surrounding the murder of the police chief and the disappearance of his daughter, Natalie. His investigation takes him through a divided cyberpunk city where technology controls access to power and rogue machines threaten the outcasts. Reconstruct memories to uncover clues, switch between stealth and combat, customize your weapons, and make choices that influence how Nolan's story unfolds.
Even if this is a simulation, the pain still feels real.
Neo Berlin, what do I really know about it? She's like you. She needs your help.
I followed every thread, reconstructed memories. None of it fits.
You think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
The world only works with order. Without order, chaos breaks out. It's out of balance and we must restore it. Do you understand that, Nolan?
Yes.
Phantom Blade Zero centers on Soul after he is framed for his master's death and left with only 66 days to live. Hunted by his former comrades, he must uncover the conspiracy behind his downfall while mastering more than 30 weapons and powerful phantom edges. Fierce martial arts, shifting loyalties, and dark mysteries shape his fight for survival in a world where steel meets machinery. Marvel's Wolverine is a brutal single-player action-adventure centered on Logan and his violent past. After being drawn back into Team X, he faces Bolivar Trask and the Reavers while uncovering a dangerous threat against mutants. Logan uses his adamantium claws for fast and vicious combat with stealth and direct attacks. His rage meter powers devastating finishers, while his healing factor helps him survive brutal encounters.
Inside, now!
I thought you were back. We were back.
We're gonna build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here. Tear the beast. The hunt is ready.
Most people I see clearly, but you.
Give in!
Remember who you are!
Attack on Titan 3 brings the series story together with new scenes and battles against the 9 Titans. The improved omnidirectional mobility action gives you more freedom in the air while taking down Titans. Special exterior missions let you lead your own squad outside the walls. You can also customize characters and gear for your next battle.
鳥かごの中に囚われていた屈辱を。ここにいると思ったよ。表情が硬いな。そんな顔で新兵の前に出るつもり？
進軍経路の構築、いわば調査兵団の石膏役だ。やってくれるな。成長した君ならきっと務まるはずだ。力を貸してくれ。この辺りガキの頃によく足を伸ばしてました。くそ。
てめえの事情は聞いている。だがそいつに付き合わされて死ぬ奴がいたらどう浴びる？
この先も共に頑張っていこう。人類勝利につながる作戦を練るんだ。
ちょうど話したいことがあって。まあいろんなやつがいますよね。だけど俺にとっては大切な仲間です。みんななあ、ずっとこんな日が続けばいい。
パラディ島勢力へ宣戦布告を。
私たちの力で人権を勝ち取るしかないの。
地ならしまで追い詰めたのはお前らだろうが。
大勢の仲間を殺してまで進んだそのけじめをつける。あとは託してみんなで一緒にたどり着くんだ。結末まで
心臓を捧げよ
う。僕らはずっと一緒だ。もうこれ以上遠くへ行かないでよ。
エレン、私はあなたの罪を一緒に背負いたい。
全ては俺が望んだこと。全てはこの
On our planet, guided by calamity, one man sought dominion through reunion. By
Final Fantasy VII Revelation brings Cloud and his companions into the final battle against Sephiroth. The High Wind lets you explore a vast interconnected world and skydive into different areas. Sid Highwind and Vincent Valentine join the playable party with unique abilities. Combat combines real-time action with command-based strategy. You can switch party members and customize weapons, armor, skills, materia, and fits.
Long story short, the world's in trouble. It has been for a while.
So what are we waiting for? Let's give Sephiroth the beating of a lifetime. You're mine. I'll make this quick. Good night.
The sky's the limit!
I can do this. I'll make you proud.
Just ain't your day.
Oh my, is that a weapon I see?
Far as I can tell, these things don't distinguish between friend and foe.
Save the planet by killing her protectors.
Let us put your faith to the test, Cloud.
Atmosphere and an underlying trauma to ground the chilling horror. I had an inkling that Silent Hill Townfall could nail the series' particular style.
Silent Hill Townfall takes Simon Ordell back to St. Amelia in 1996, where thick fog hides a disturbing past. Played entirely in first person, it mixes stealth, frantic combat, and narrative puzzles. Simon uses firearms, melee weapons, and the CRTV to uncover strange signals and hidden clues. Player actions can lead to different endings as the mystery of the island unfolds.
I came away eager for whatever comes after the end of my preview demo. Silent Hill Townfall is developed by Screenburn, which was previously known as No Code, the crew that made the space thriller Observation, and it has a direct lineage with Alien Isolation. Director John McKellen worked on it and directed its DLC, and it's a pretty clear inspiration for Townfall in terms of it being first person, and the way it builds tension through feeling vulnerable as the player, having to rely on stealth before using combat as a last-ditch effort. This is also a Silent Hill that's representative of the studio itself. Townfall takes place in the 1990s in a fictional setting called St. Amelia and closely reflects seaside towns of Scotland, where the team is from. While these ports tend to be quite foggy to begin with, its density is intensified as you uncover how a close-knit community fell apart from what seems to be a disease and mutation that ravaged its people and turned them into monstrous mutants. Playing as Simon Ordell, you're a fish out of water as an American mysteriously washed ashore in a Scottish town. He's got an IV hooked up to his hand, and he's searching for a nurse named Zoe Ellis who lives in St. Amelia. She reaches out to him through a radio device he relies on called the CRTV, guiding him through vague, desperate voice lines. And when you get to her house, you see a portrait of Simon in her upstairs hallway. Something weird is going on here. When I asked McKellen about this dynamic of having an American lead character, he said there's a good reason for it. While he couldn't give away more because of spoilers, he said it'll help players connect to him, being an outsider exploring a foreign town to unravel a mystery that Simon is just as much in the dark about.
Simon?
The CRTV is the main crux of Townfall's gameplay. Every Silent Hill uses a radio as a key item, and Townfall follows suit, but there are key differences here that bring you closer to the world itself. Because it has a screen, it's your visual guide for where to go and what to do. You can pull it up at any time, and after tuning it for your next objective, the CRTV screen shows short, disconnected clips of buildings or alleyways you should see on your path to progress. This pushed me to really pay attention to the environment in a way having objective markers or a minimap could never really do. Simon has a physical map of the town you can pull out as well, which he'll automatically mark up based on story progress and clues you uncover in lieu of having a traditional quest log. I already felt like I had a deeper connection with the cobblestone streets and narrow alleys of St. Amelia just from the demo. My favorite thing about the CRTV, however, is the way it's used to solve puzzles. I remember the pharmacy section so distinctly because it felt like a riddle and scavenger hunt that you're eager to solve because you think you already know how to get to the solution. I had to devise the 4-number combination to open a lock for a key item. Seems like pretty standard stuff, right? After having to color tune the CRTV, it kept showing me a series of seemingly unrelated close-ups of objects within the pharmacy. Each clip and object represented a number for the lock, and upon closer inspection, without explanation or handholding, I was able to determine what these clues were communicating. It's that level of trust Townfall has that you can figure out what it's trying to tell you. There's one in an earlier section that's like an escape room that tees up this idea, where you have to look at photos on the wall, journal entries, and markings on a calendar to unlock the door and get out. This particular style of puzzle design lends itself extremely well to the first-person perspective because it's able to let those subtleties in the environment be part of the solution. Something McKellen also emphasized in our conversation is that puzzles themselves are designed to be part of the story too, where the clues and solutions tell you about the characters or what happened in the town to help you develop an understanding without having to say things out loud. Now, Townfall wouldn't be much of a horror game if the lingering dread wasn't backed by a creeping threat. In this early chapter, I only had 2x4 wooden planks and a super loud revolver with limited ammo to defend myself from the mutated monsters sprinkled throughout the streets. So stealth is kind of the main weapon here, and that's where the CRTV comes in again. Enemies show up as radio signals, and you have to manually tune it to mark them on the CRTV, which lets you see them on the screen and through walls when pointing it in their direction. Once they're marked, you can cycle through them quickly without having to manually tune it again, but keeping track of which enemy was which on the frequency bar became a bit of a pain when 4 or 5 of them were within range. However, I found this to be a sensible way to even the playing field with stealth, letting me monitor patrol patterns from safety before making a dash for it. If you think this makes things sound too easy, well, it doesn't. Instead, it eases the sort of trial and error nature of stealth-focused games while still challenging you. You can take calculated risks or plan a course of action without having to bang your head against the wall over and over again. It's all the more important because combat isn't exactly Townfall's strength. Not that I expected it to be, but it's a last resort for a reason. You have a basic attack and block with melee weapons, which aren't quite as responsive as I'd hoped, and enemy attacks are a little tough to read. First-person melee combat is hard to get right, and the revolver Simon finds early on only has so many rounds, and it's loud as hell, alerting everything in range. But as long as Townfall keeps the balance I saw in the demo, I don't think it'll be a problem. There are several closets and sheds throughout town you can run and hide in as well, so getting caught and chased doesn't always have to result in combat. This isn't meant to be Resident Evil after all, and thanks to Simon just being a regular guy who has no idea what's going on, it makes sense in the grand scheme. The aforementioned pharmacy section is connected to a series of puzzles scattered around town that'll have you pulling up your map pretty frequently to make sure you're making the correct turns at every street. As inconvenient as it is, I enjoy the fact that something like finding a house whose address you got from a note is part of what you do here. It may get confusing on where to go exactly, and if it leads to mistakenly backtracking, the pacing can drag, making it all the more important to pay attention to what Simon marks on the map. Later in the demo, when the sky inexplicably turns a deep red and the mutated beings come out in droves, navigating the town's backyards and apartment complex to make it to the hospital is more of a zombie-riddled maze. Bobbing and weaving between monsters, creating distractions, or trying to land desperate shots become more of the emphasis. It's not necessarily my favorite part of Townfall, but it balances out the more unnerving quietness that preceded it. It's intense, and it can be exhausting, but the good kind. Any horror game worth its salt is going to drain you, and I came away from Townfall with that feeling. But it's that broader message tucked underneath the horrors that I'm looking forward to most. The story opening with abandoned protest signs calling out an organization called the CEG makes it pretty clear that this small town was overrun by corporate interests, and it led to something catastrophic that mutated its people. I explored more about the character Zoe Ellis in this demo though, her mental breakdown, how she feels about letting down her colleagues at the hospital and clinic, and her regrets of not being able to save her people. All that is apparent in the emails, notes, and letters left behind that tell you about her relationships to the townsfolk, and it's shown in the main puzzle solution in the section I played, which centered around her perceived failures. These kinds of motifs have been what made Silent Hill strong in the past, and I'm quite fond of the direction the series has been going recently, leaning into the idea of being an anthology series where different parts of the world get to tell their kinds of stories wrapped in a consistent theme and style of horror. The Silent Hill 2 remake definitely modernized a classic about a man's mental illness and how that has destroyed everything around him, and most recently, Silent Hill F explored the struggles of womanhood in Japan in the 1960s. So there's certainly more to unravel with Townfall, including how Simon relates to everything in the story, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together and fits into the rest of the series. The terrifying contrast between the bloodstained and rusted corridors of a hospital and the deeply unsettling fog of the original Silent Hill on PS1, those are images that still stick with me to this day. It's probably the most horrifying experience I've ever had in a game, and well, I was a kid at the time, but it paved the way for what I actually find scary. It's that confluence of psychological and analog horror that evokes things like Number Stations or the video series Local 58, and I'm picking up bits of that from Townfall. Few games deliver that foreboding, lingering dread quite like a good Silent Hill, and it seems Screenburn has understood the assignment. We'll be able to find out the truth about St. Amelia, if we can survive it, when Silent Hill Townfall launches on September 24th for PlayStation 5 and PC. And for more on upcoming survival horror games, check out my initial impressions of both Hellraiser Revival and Resident Evil Veronica.
Tear it open!
Last Sentinel is an open-world sci-fi action game set in a reconstructed Tokyo decades in the future. You play as Hiromi Shoda, an elite operative caught between powerful factions and robotic forces. The story deals with moral choices and survival in a harsh cyberpunk society. Its world combines neon streets with towering structures and advanced technology, while Hiromi fights to uncover the truth.
I'm scared, Mommy. Please.
Hush now. It's going to be okay. The demon is here. It's the demon.
Follow me.
Exodus is a sci-fi action RPG set 40,000 years in the future, where June Aslan becomes a traveler fighting for humanity's survival. Interstellar missions take you across extraordinary worlds in search of celestial remnants. Time dilation makes your choices shape future generations. Combat pits you against creatures, constructs, rival dynasties, and celestials while companions fight alongside you.
Journey to deadly planets, derelict ships, and the remains of lost worlds, while using your wits and teamwork to survive the terrifying creatures that try to stop you. Along the way, you'll choose who to fight beside, who to fall for, and who to leave behind. You play as June Aslan, a lowly salvager living on the outskirts of Leiden. This is where his story begins, alongside his awakened friend Houston.
June, hey. Come on.
Houston?
I'm here. Are you?
Yeah, I think so.
June was orphaned from a once powerful family. He has a unique and mysterious genetic trait that lets him interact with ancient celestial technology. And it's this trait which might be the key to saving your home planet.
Shit. It really works.
Salvager's dream.
You'll be able to customize your June as a male or female, with several options to adjust your appearance. At the start of the game, you'll also choose your character's initial alignment, either a virtuous paladin or an ambitious immortal.
Drop your weapons, get on the ground. Lev, don't be stupid, they've got a combat mech. Drop your weapons now.
These choices will shape your character and change how the world responds to you.
Listen to your friend and let this go.
Not gonna happen, you mercenary scum.
Let's check out some work-in-progress gameplay so you can get a feel for the systems, storytelling, choices, and characters that make up Exodus. The first two companions you meet are Elise and Tom. Elise is an impatient mech pilot that loves to blow stuff up and leans into brute force. Tom is an experienced traveler who helps teach June the ropes. He tends to be more cautious and provides June with moral perspective. Let's join them as they start a new salvage mission.
All loaded up?
Gears in storage. My lovely suit. Good to go.
Where's Tom?
Last minute prep. Or drinking. Probably both.
Does he do that often? Drinking right before a job?
Man's got his vices, but he gets shit done, okay? Nothing else to say.
Good. You made it. Let's hop on.
Throughout your journey, you'll team up with a diverse crew of companions, like Salt, an awakened octopus.
We got your back, June. You too, Salt.
Not necessary. If you die, I leave. Contract void.
Wow. You don't mince words, do you? It's an Octo thing. You'll get used to it.
All right. Time to move out.
You'll also meet other interesting characters, like the mysterious C.C. Orlev, voiced by Matthew McConaughey.
Howdy, friend. Strange times we find ourselves in. Named C.C. Orlev.
In this scene, C.C. helps out June by giving him a recycler upgrade. With the new modification added, let's see how we can put it to good use in combat.
June, what's it look like in there?
A lot of mercs. But I think I can thin a few of them out without being seen.
We got your back, June. Things go bad? We'll kick in that door and come running.
How you engage the enemy is up to you. In this encounter, June has to deal with a deadly turret, along with Lycan, the leader of the Fire Eaters. He's heavily protected, and things could get out of hand quick. Let's use this new recycler mod to stealthily take out some enemies and make things a bit easier.
Crazy about the way I'm running things now. You whining peasant better fall in line, or I'll start taking fingers.
Next, let's use the scramble cloak to sneak up on some enemies.
Lothar was a shit leader. No vision, no discipline. We're going to do things different now that I'm in charge. First step, cutting out the deadwood. All
This turret is protected with heavy armor. Let's toss a thruster grenade to deal massive damage. That did the trick. We now catch up to the team having made it to the salvage. However, rival mercenaries have already staked their claim.
Gotta hand it to you. Never thought you pricks would make it this far. Too bad you reached the end of the road.
We're just getting started. Making it past your friends was a breeze. I hope you're more of a challenge.
We've got control of the auto cannon. How's that for a challenge?
Okay, that is going to be difficult.
June and team have managed to push through the enemy defenses to the control room and now face a pivotal choice.
June, time to do your thing.
I'm in. Taking the guns offline now.
Wait. This is a control room, right? Should be a way to open the airlock doors. Blast all those damn mercs out into space in one shot.
Whoa, hold on. There could be dock workers and maintenance crew in there. We can't just vent the airlock.
Fuck that! We're gonna walk up there to verify who's a merc and who's a zealot dock worker who might just kill us on sight anyway?
Tom's right. We can't be reckless when lives are at stake.
But you don't mind putting our lives at risk?
I'd rather die in a fair fight than risk killing a single innocent bystander.
Whatever. I could use some more target practice anyway.
Let's move. We've given the mercs too much of a head start already.
As you travel across the cluster, you will hear stories of those who have been affected by time, like Tom's account of why he can never go home.
You know the strangest part of being out here?
Years have already passed on Leiden.
Exactly. Spend a few hours on this world, a few days, a few weeks. It's all the same for the people back home.
In between missions, you'll journey back to Persepolis, your primary hub and a major city on Leiden for both humans and Awakened.
Good morning, afternoon, I forget. Regardless, nice to meet you.
You forget?
Ah, you're doing the thing. The elephant forgot something. Is it better or worse if I notice or not?
Here, you'll embark on new missions, experience how your choices shape the world around you, and meet new companions, like Phaedra Nath, a genius scientist and technician who's eager to help.
Oh, I'm sorry. The lights, you need them, don't you?
And you don't?
No. The eyes, they don't work. So I built my own. Spectrum's different. External light sources are irrelevant, but it's close enough to what you would call, sight. Impressive. The rot's grown vicious, and it's only getting worse. People call it radiation, decay, but it's so much more than that. It rewrites celestial programming, intelligently, adaptively.
Intelligently? Like it's alive?
Your homeworld of Leiden is facing extinction due to a celestial virus called the Rot. You'll need to travel across the Centauri cluster in search of a possible cure. Phaedra's grandfather was a legendary traveler named Elijah Nath. He left Leiden to investigate the Rot before disappearing decades ago. You travel with Phaedra to a planet called Sang, hoping to find some trace of his discoveries.
I must thank you for this opportunity, June, for allowing me to be part of this.
No point in waiting around. Next stop, Sang.
Sang is a rocky exoplanet covered in a sulfurous atmosphere. You'll need to traverse across the deadly terrain to discover the ancient ruins where Elijah's ship crashed.
Oh, wow. Not a dead moon at all. Okay, there were Celestials here once. How remarkable.
Along with Phaedra, we've decided to bring Salt. Her long-range sniper rifle and abilities that specialize in confusing enemies should come in handy.
Limestone deposits on those rocks in the center of the lake. If I can get there, I should be able to make a path across.
Right, perfect. I suppose we'll just, wait, here. Sang has always been extremely volatile. Completely unideal for civilization, even during the age of the detonator. Incredible! Your induction clearly shapes the limestone itself, but what dictates the extent? Oh, so many questions and possibilities. This is already shaping up to be a most fortuitous partnership. Early travelers explored this moon, but they never reported anything of interest. The ones that survived, anyway. Of course, there have always been rumors in certain circles that one of the detonator factions may have hidden caches of treasure here. What kind of ghost is that?
I don't know, but I'd wager it's not friendly.
The number of ghosts is not decreasing. It looks like... Yes, this is definitely Truth-Seeker architecture. I might be able to use my drone to open this door. Shall I try? This is an incredible discovery, So little of Sang has been explored. Because it's, so hostile. But now we can confirm that the Detonator Celestial did have a presence here.
During missions, June will discover ancient technologies that upgrade his gauntlet, a powerful artifact passed down to him from his father. Once upgraded, it unlocks new possibilities for both traversal and combat.
Any idea what this is?
I can't decipher it, but clearly this artifact was held in great reverence. June, be careful. Celestial technology can affect human bodies in unexpected ways. What happened? Are you all right?
I'm fine. It took me by surprise. I've never felt anything so powerful. Let's see if this gets us past that bramble.
Here we see June acquiring Lance, a powerful new gauntlet ability that can pierce and destroy bramble, a byproduct of the rot. After pushing deeper into Sang, they learn a shocking truth. Phaedra's grandfather is still alive and guarding a terrible secret.
You were warned. I told you to turn back. I told you there was nothing here for you but death. You've seen too much now. Stupid, stubborn children.
Elijah has unleashed a corrupted and extremely powerful war machine on the team. Construct defeated, June and Phaedra must now confront Elijah, hoping to persuade him to share the secrets contained in Sang. Without this information, Leiden will be destroyed by the rot.
This place is forbidden. I warned you not to come here.
You threw away your legacy.
Phaedra! Elijah, please. Whatever you are afraid of, the answer isn't more bloodshed.
I made a promise. A solemn oath. I cannot stop you from claiming the secrets of this world. But my dynasty will be no part of this.
Elijah, what are you doing?
The Nath bloodline ends here, my child. With me and with you. I will take our dynasty to the grave rather than allow it to fall to the sway of Orion's spawn.
I don't want to kill you. Drop your weapon and this doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
But my dynasty ends here.
This has been a small peek into the larger world of Exodus. We're in the final stretch of development now, and we'll be sharing more details all the way up to launch. In the meantime, wishlist on your favorite platform now, and become a traveler today.
Resident Evil Veronica is a remake of the classic Code, Veronica's survival horror game. Claire Redfield travels to France searching for her brother Chris, but she is captured by Umbrella forces and taken to Rockford Island. After another biological disaster turns the island into a nightmare, Claire must fight through infected enemies, uncover dark secrets, and find a way to escape.
Oui? Qui est-ce? So, you're the American who called earlier. The sister of the man on the third floor. Ah, welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you. Brr, it's freezing. Come in. Come in. We don't want you to catch a cold.
I hate to say it, but your brother is, well, quite odd.
In we go. Oh la la. Mais quelle pagaille! He's made such a mess again. Think, I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder rolled through here. Huh? Ah, the delightful biscuit. I'm sure he won't notice if we help ourselves. Oh, I'm so sorry. It must be the maintenance man from this morning. Won't be long. I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
Reasons to hate me. My son.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is a dark fantasy action RPG set in 14th century Europe. You play as Cohen, a young man caught between his human side and powerful vampire abilities. Search for your family across forests, villages, ruins, and mountains. Day and night bring different powers and dangers. Your choices affect the story as you race against time to save the people you love.
Determination is not enough to cheat your fate, Dawnwalker.
How many innocents did you drain dry? Maybe we aren't so different after all.
Project Windless is based on the South Korean fantasy novel series The Bird That Drinks Tears. Set around 1500 years before the books, it follows a powerful recon warrior during the First Great Expansion War. Explore a huge world filled with humans, recons, Naga, and Tokebi. Fight massive battles, build alliances, and make decisions that can change the course of the conflict.
This world was never yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of purity, little king?
Star Wars Eclipse takes place centuries before the Skywalker saga, during the High Republic era. The story moves through an unexplored part of the Outer Rim, where new planets, species, and political conflicts shape the adventure. You control several characters with different goals and personalities. Your choices can change relationships, alter events, and lead the story toward different outcomes.
Onimusha Way of the Sword ディレクターの二平です。長らくお待たせしましたが、
Onimusha Way of the Sword follows Miyamoto Musashi, a young samurai fighting through a dark and corrupted Kyoto. Armed with the mystical Oni Gauntlet, he can absorb Genma souls and use their power to strengthen himself. The journey takes him through blood-soaked battles against terrifying creatures and skilled warriors. As Musashi pushes forward, he must discover what drives him to keep fighting.
ダークファンタジーの世界観で描かれる江戸時代初期の京都を舞台に至高の剣撃アクションが楽しめます。異形の怪物玄馬の襲撃により命を奪われた主人公宮本武蔵が鬼の力を得て現世に舞い戻り、鬼の小手とその運命に抗いながらも己の戦う理由を問い続ける武蔵の剣の道とは。宿敵佐々木巌流との因縁の戦いや次々と襲いかかる強大な玄馬たちとの激戦、それぞれの思いを秘めた協力者たちとの出会い、そして清水寺や安井金毘羅宮など舞台となる京都のスポットや伝承が鬼武者の世界でどのように絡み合うのか、ストーリーにもご期待ください。それでは本日初公開となる玄馬との戦闘シーンを一部公開します。宮本武蔵に幾度となく襲いかかる強力なくせ者玄馬ドアツ戦との戦いです。どうぞご覧ください。
Who would challenge me? Let us begin to battle.
What? You asked for that.
Novice! Get up!
You're out of luck!
Let the bloody banquet begin! My bloodlust is unquenched!
I won't make this easy. Give me a real fight! Enough from you!
迫力ある戦闘、爽快なアクションをご覧いただきました。本作はアクションゲーム好きのたくさんの方々に最高の剣撃アクションをお届けできるようにしたいことから、物語重視の活劇モードと手応え重視の剣撃モードをご用意しています。
Just take care of your little freaking robo-zoo and let me do my thing.
Artificial Detective follows a robot detective with fractured memories through a deco-punk city controlled by rogue machines. Alongside a military robo-dog and a human girl raised by robots, he searches for clues about humanity's disappearance. Fight, hack systems, sneak past enemies, and use the environment to your advantage. Different districts hide secrets, strange characters, dangerous machines, and clues about what happened to humanity.
No touching. You got your toy? These are my toys. I'm a detective, not a babysitter, all right? What the f...
Kingdom Hearts 4 takes Sora into the mysterious city of Quadratum after the events of Kingdom Hearts 3. While Donald, Goofy, Riku, and Kairi search for him, Sora faces powerful enemies and strange new characters. The city exists in a realm called Unreality, creating a strange connection between his world and this unfamiliar place. The story also introduces the Lost Master arc. Metro 2039 takes you into a ruined Moscow, where survivors remain trapped in the metro tunnels beneath the Poison City. A powerful new regime rules through fear, while a mysterious enemy threatens the surface. You play as the Stranger, a former exile forced back into the ruins. Fight, sneak, and survive through a dangerous story filled with secrets, nightmares, and brutal encounters.
But where are the Spartans now? To protect the Metro from you. You promised a brighter future for our people. Now, the Norai spreads tyranny in your name. You swore to crush the enemy, to face them head on, and guide the Metro to the light. But darkness consumes you, spreads like a plague, eats you from within. Every step and every move drowns you deeper in lies. now, Hunter. That legendary Spartan is gone. Turn to ash. I won't stop until the Führer burns with him.
Untitled John Wick game brings players into an original chapter of John Wick's story, with familiar faces and new characters expanding the world of assassins and the High Table. The action centers on John himself, with a signature gun-fu system, brutal hand-to-hand fights, intense driving sequences, and cinematic camera work. Different locations and set pieces aim to capture the style of the movies.
He must be versatile, capable, adaptable. He must be grounded, stable, constant. I believe you are ready, sir.
Yeah.
They're combing the streets.
Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra brings Captain America and Azuri, the Black Panther of the 1940s, together in Nazi-occupied Paris during World War II. Players can also control Gabriel Jones and Nanali as the group battles Hydra and uncovers a dangerous plot. The story moves between Paris and Wakanda, with cinematic action, close combat, and 4 heroes offering different ways to fight.
By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3. Counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand wasami.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone! I don't have time for this. Neither do I.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nublar. The actual journey.
Jurassic Park Survival takes Dr. Maya Joshi back to Isla Nublar after the disaster at Jurassic Park. Trapped on the island, she must navigate abandoned facilities, avoid dangerous dinosaurs, and find ways to stay alive. Players can explore familiar locations like the Visitor Center while using stealth, distractions, and limited resources to deal with prehistoric predators and uncover Maya's untold story.
Relate to Maya in lots of different ways. She's incredibly passionate and adventurous. I think she takes risks. She steps outside of her comfort zone. It's just nice to represent a woman who is not only shares the same background as me, but also to play someone who is very strong. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, to be honest. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of admirable traits. Jurassic Park is so loved. You want to do the character justice, you want to do the game justice. I think that I'm standing on the shoulders of some of the coolest female characters in cinema history. It's incredible.
Highly detailed, lived-in cyberpunk world. For our new game, No Law, a high-fidelity, immersive, first-person...
No Law centers on Gray Harker, a former soldier trying to leave his violent past behind in Port Desire, a lawless city built around crime and corruption. When trouble reaches his doorstep, Gray must decide how far he is willing to go. Sneak through rooftops and alleys, use futuristic tools, or fight head-on while your choices shape relationships, missions, and the path ahead.
Inside UE5 to make the world we wanted. We're proud of what we did with the Ascent, and No Law is the next step in that same approach. Our constraint was specific. We didn't want the largest world, but the densest, a city that feels lived in at every scale, where every corner carries history and every surface tells a story. Port Desire is shaped by human clutter, cramped market alleys, layered graffiti, worn stickers on electrical boxes, spaces that feel touched and retouched by the people that live there. Our goal was to tell a story with every frame, from a messy apartment where characters go about their lives to the skyline of the city. As a relatively small team, that ambition came with real challenges. We wanted extreme detail everywhere, but we also needed stability and performance without hand optimizing each location. For us, the answer wasn't a single system, but a shift in how we built the world. We prioritized density over scale, and we built a pipeline that let artists handcraft spaces without constantly stripping detail back and without relying on procedural generation. Nanite is what made that approach viable. It lets us keep a high level of detail across surfaces without treating every asset as a trade-off between fidelity and performance. Our custom implementation of FastGeo in combination with the world partition system enables a seamless experience that never breaks. It allows us to have details in every nook and cranny and tell a million small stories. In fact, we have more objects in any given frame than the entirety of the Ascent. With this workflow, we can preserve detail and density in every corner, from the smallest bolt on a freighter to the city as a whole, with no invisible walls and no loading. We build tools inside Unreal to help our artists handcraft the entire city, alley by alley, building by building, block by block. To show Port Desire's full range as an urban city overrun with vegetation, we needed dynamic lighting. From the cozy, lush midday sun to the darkest, the most dangerous alleys where even the bright neon light does not reach. The challenge was maintaining a fully dynamic day, night, and weather system without unpredictable frame times. Lumen gives the foundation for fully dynamic lighting, and mega lights that our artists focus on the believability of the space instead of tuning every single light source. Every believable space needs dozens or hundreds of individual light sources. From the smallest blinking electronic warning light on a camera to the large neon signs above a marketplace. Mega lights allow us to retain the visual fidelity bar we're aiming for while keeping performance considerations low. Once everything is dynamic, it starts to affect the gameplay in more direct ways. Players can shoot out a street lamp, flood a space with a flashlight, or they can leave an area in darkness and have the AI NPCs react to light and shadow, shying away from glare, searching through darkness, or escalating when something feels off.
Let's see who's got the bigger gun, motherfucker!
To make the city feel alive, we leaned on the mass framework to drive our crowds. NPC density and types shift based on time of day, region, and weather. In the slums, a storm clears the streets, but in the more sinful parts of Port Desire, even heavy rain won't slow things down. Mass lets us simulate thousands of characters at once, over 3,000 at any given time, which is also more than the entirety of the Ascent. So the city always feels active, no matter where you are. We're also using MetaHuman, paired with our own character randomization system. Together with MetaHuman Animator, we can generate and bring to life thousands and thousands of variations of characters, so that the main characters and the extras in the background are all unique. We wanted a world that reacted systemically to the player, without us having to hand place effects and destruction. Filling a world of this density and scale with contextual effects while maintaining performance and interactivity was one of our key challenges. By combining PCG and Niagara data channels, environmental effects are procedurally populated where appropriate. Wherever artist plays trash or leaves, particles will spawn dynamically based on wind, weather, and player actions. Shoot a bullet or throw a grenade, and particles will move out of the way. We combined chaos physics and their own GPU-driven solution to support tens of thousands of moving objects simultaneously. The result is a reactive environment where smoke lingers, embers drift, and broken glass stays where it fell. Creating No Law has been the process of finding where the engine ends and our custom tools begin. Achieving this level of density, light and complexity, and systemic reactivity was previously impossible for a studio of our size. By leveraging UE5's latest tech to bypass traditional development bottlenecks, we have finally been able to build the uncompromised version of the world we want.
OD is a psychological horror title from Hideo Kojima and Xbox Game Studios, built around the fear of an ominous knock coming from somewhere unseen. Sophia Lillis, Hunter Schafer, and Udo Kier lead a photorealistic cast in unsettling scenes designed around tension and anticipation rather than constant action. Cloud technology also plays a major role, supporting unusual interactions and horror ideas that could push the format in new directions.
A beast? Out here? Are you drunk or something? Do him up and show him out.
Ill takes you into a research fort where a mysterious force has unleashed horrific creatures. Survival depends on managing weapons, supplies, and your surroundings while dealing with enemies that react in unpredictable ways. Realistic physics make combat and puzzles more dynamic, while a detailed dismemberment system adds brutal consequences to each encounter. The dark atmosphere and binaural sound design make the fort even more disturbing.
Die, bastard. And you're tough. Surprisingly lively for someone who just came out of a coma.
If you want to survive, you gotta hustle. You fell from the moon.
But you must not go there.
I'll take my chances. Turns out I'm a lucky man.
You'll find nothing there. But death.
Killer took out another fighter last night. Yeah, but catch this. The guy wasn't even in the tournament.
Virtua Fighter Crossroads takes players to Villa Sapara, a gritty island city where underground fighters and criminal groups collide. 4 characters share an interconnected story as a mysterious killer targets martial artists across the city. Alongside the main story, players can explore streets, take on side quests, and enter traditional one-on-one fights built around timing, technique, defense, and reading opponents. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin takes Michelangelo into a dark future where New York has been torn apart by war. As the only surviving turtle, he carries the weapons of his fallen brothers while hunting the grandson of Shredder. Platinum Games is bringing its fast, intense combat style to this darker story, with a mature tone inspired by the original graphic novel.
Akashima Island, haunted by dark stories. Our goal, confront the...
Until Dawn 2 takes a group of young influencers to Akishima, a remote island where their fake ghost hunting videos turn into something much more dangerous. Strange legends, abandoned locations, and supernatural threats force the crew to fight for survival. Player choices can change relationships, decide who lives or dies, and lead to different outcomes as the story moves through the island's dark secrets.
A for effort, dude.
Who's the buff idiot?
Does no one know this guy?
This is how villains are made.
Oh, you two haven't met yet, right?
Sebastian, I'll be looking out for you.
Roland, whenever you're ready.
This facility has been shut down for decades. Uninvestigated, untold, until now.
This is how villains are made.
Did you hear that?
Nate, are you out there?
We gotta go. Right!
I have a bad feeling.
Let's get rid of it.
Grip it tight.
Go! He's coming! Through there!
Take a deep breath.
Fuck! Which way?
Steady the mind.
We're gonna have to jump!
There's rocks down there!
HAEX takes you into a frozen wilderness where a missing science team leaves behind a mystery buried beneath a strange mist. Explore the changing landscape alone or with up to 3 friends, gather resources, craft weapons, and use alien abilities to reach dangerous areas. Plant strange seeds to reshape the land, while cold, hunger, monsters, and deeper secrets make survival harder.
Welcome to Durban Acos. We're champions.
Star Wars Galactic Racer puts players behind the controls of Repulsor Craft in the Galactic League, an underground racing circuit born in the lawless Outer Rim. Play as Shade, a lone racer chasing revenge and glory across varied circuits filled with dangerous rivals. Land speeders, speeder bikes, skim speeders, and pod racers offer different handling styles, while vehicle customization adds new ways to build a competitive ride. A story campaign and PvP modes expand the racing action.
Stay out of my way.
Oh, this is the dream shape!
There's a reason why they call Kestar Fool the champion! The golden age of the Galactic League begins now!
登場界。それが俺たちの国だ。
登場界。
Stranger Than Heaven begins with Makoto Daido, a young man who travels from San Francisco to Japan after losing his parents and searching for a place where he can belong. His story moves through 5 different cities and eras, with brutal hand-to-hand combat playing a major role in his survival. Makoto also discovers a talent for music, eventually becoming a showman who recruits performers, creates original songs, and stages productions across Japan.
連中が生きていける。そんな場所があったらいいって思わねえか。ねえだろ。そんなの。だから作るんだよ。俺たち自身で。
That right there, that's the Japan you've been dreaming about.
This is Japan.
Stranger than heaven. Back streets walking on the edge of the night. Senses sharper than the edge of a knife.
Just what are we trying so hard to protect? 歌を食い物にして蒼天堀の帝王なんて呼ばれてそれでできた居場所ってのは俺の欲しかったものなんでしょうか
What's your story? Just a poem for the Yakuza. Some things never change.
親分よろしくお願いいたします
Obsessing over one man's death. That's no way to live a life.
I know, but I can't just leave it alone.
If I don't settle this, my life can't ever begin. Nice to know you're not scared.
What's a man gotta do for a little peace and quiet?
Remember my promise, yeah?
兄さんたち変わってんな
弱気の男じゃけ
怖い顔してますよ、社長。
弱気前やさんした
We could always just make our own country. It's the only choice we got. Our only way forward is to make a place for ourselves. That settles it, Makoto. If this country won't accept us, we'll carve out our own right from underneath it. homecoming after all.
So long, America! This is my home, and nothing's gonna change that!
So, what was your favorite from today?
The Lost Wild puts you in control of Saskia, who wakes up on a mysterious island filled with intelligent dinosaurs and abandoned research facilities. Survival depends on staying hidden, studying predator behavior, and using the environment to create distractions or escape routes. You can scavenge useful items, explore deeper into the wilderness, and find ways to avoid creatures hunting you. As Saskia searches for answers, she also uncovers the secrets behind the island and her connection to it.
Saskia, are you there?
Daisuke, they're here. I don't know if I can do this.
You need to keep moving. You have no other choice.
There's always a choice.
Stellar Blade Blood Rain brings a new chapter to the sci-fi series, with Evie as its main protagonist. Shift Up is developing the sequel with faster melee combat, new abilities, and a deeper look at its futuristic setting. Evie will face new threats while uncovering more about the universe and its characters.
Evie! I'm listening.
The Scarlet Sin. That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
You're acting a little strange today.
Oh yeah? It's our first mission in a while. Aren't you a little excited?
Stop saying weird things.
Okay, take it easy.
Quiet. They're moving.
Initiating C3 sync. Ready, Angel.
Roger, Kenna. Tracking.
출입문 닫습니다. Doors closing. How's it looking out there?
I can't stand crowds. It'd be better for both of us if we got out of here quickly.
In the movies, this is always where things go wrong.
Hey.
Well, just saying. It's a cliche. Wait, the target stopped.
Hearken! The pulse rain shall cease! In the name of the Father!
Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic brings players into the Old Republic era as a Force user caught in a brand new conflict. Led by Casey Hudson, the project features an original story, a unique crew, and choices that can push your character closer to the light or dark side of the Force. The galaxy stands on the edge of rebirth, with new locations, characters, and conflicts shaping your path.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in?
Fable brings players back to Albion with a fresh start, where reputation and personal choices can shape life across a colorful open world. Create your own hero, customize their appearance, and switch between melee weapons, ranged attacks, and powerful magic. Battles include bandits, beasts, hobs, balverines, and trolls. Outside combat, you can become a landlord or blacksmith, build relationships, start a family, and make decisions that influence how villagers see you. With dark humor, strange characters, and plenty of freedom, Albion offers a fairy tale adventure where heroic deeds and questionable actions both have consequences.
Does stick in the memory bit, yeah. I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look more the guild, shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. Don't waste time on trivialities.
You're back, and dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just
sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse? Remorse is for the guilty. Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes.